Hello everyone, I'm Yanis Kashani and today we'll talk about the Darlington project, Montreal Ecological Corridor. To start off, let's look at the definition of an ecological network. An ecological network consists of core areas, corridors, and buffer zones. These webs of green areas are designed in cities to increase biodiversity, increase stormwater infiltration, and also to reduce the heat island effect. As seen on the picture, core area are great piece of land which are natural, meaning a forest, a park, or a wetland. These areas are connecting via corridors to create a network across the city. In Montreal, the Darlington project was aimed to create an ecological corridor. It aimed to link the Mont Royal, which is the greatest core area in the city, into to two other core areas, mainly the Hippodrome of Montreal and a new campus of the University of Montreal in Outremont. They used the Darlington Avenue as well as the CN train track to link these three areas. As you can see, you have the Mont Royal, which is connected with the campus here and the Hippodrome via the CN and the Darlington Avenue. Since 2012, work has been done to make a lot of research on the project. It started with an urban planning contest at the University of Montreal to design the corridor itself. Last year, civil engineering students did a preliminary mobility study to see if it was possible to rethink the Darlington Avenue to implement more green areas, more BMPs, so best management practices for stormwater, and also it was possible to add a bike path on the corridor itself. Also on the construction site, it's mainly operated by the City of Côte-des-Neiges Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, which is using a step-by-step approach. Last year they started a small portion of the corridor to change it into a green space. So they added some benches, some plants, some trees, and they are waiting to see if the public likes it, if the citizen likes it, and if it works, they will move on to the next section of the corridor. Currently, Darlington is it's a two-lane street with one parking lane on each side, as seen on this picture. Also, there's a lot of paved parking spots and just paved section close to the commerce and shops, which are really not used and can be transformed. The team working on the project are thinking to change these areas into green spaces. For example, they are thinking of converting parking spot into best management practices, mainly bio-retention ponds and infiltration trenches. They're also looking at removing one traffic lane and convert it into a bike path. Since the mobility study made by the civil engineering student showed that the traffic was not that intense on the Darlington Avenue, they can remove one lane and add the bike path, increasing the accessibility to bikes and also reducing the amount of cars in the neighborhood. Finally, conversion of paved areas next to the shops will help increase the green area, reduce the heat island effect, and have a better quality of life for the neighborhood. To conclude, like I said, the benefits of ecological network like the Darlington project includes a better life quality, better biodiversity, an increase in stormwater infiltration, and also a reduction of the heat island effect. However, there's still some limitation. The accessibility of houses and shops is a problem since it has to be still accessible to everyone. Parking is a big issue in the neighborhood. The maintenance costs of BMPs, so the best management practices, are higher than the normal drainage system. And also the infiltration is quite limited in the area since the slope is really high. Thank you very much, and I hope you have questions.